last year. He's also a member of the Dodson Ranch Toastmaster Club. He's given 7 speeches, quite a feat. Today's speech is his Competent Communication Manual, researcher topic. Today he'll give us some valuable information regarding the new battery technology that was introduced last year in an all-electric car market. The title of his speech is, Can I Make It to Flagstaff? Tudor Melville.
As some of you know, I own an electric car. It was developed a few years ago. It was an awesome car, and it was a car that I wanted. Today I'm going to share with you some very well-known people that were able to bring this car to market. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. I'm going to take you back to 1856. 1856, a gentleman was born by the name of Nikola Tesla. How many of you remember another gentleman named Thomas Edison? We all know Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison, in 1884, hired Nikola Tesla out of Croatia, brought him to the United States, and told him that if he helped him develop DC current and worked in his factories and get DC current to operate in his factories, he would give him $50,000. And it happened. Tesla developed DC current. He went to Edison and said, "Where's my $50,000? And Edison made a joke of it and said, "You don't understand the United States. That was a joke and I'm not paying you." So Nikola Tesla left Edison. He went and met another gentleman named George. George had a lot of money. And by the way, George's last name was Westinghouse. Westinghouse and Tesla decided that they were going to go after AC current, where Edison was going after DC current. Edison's thought was, I'm going to put DC current in every home and every business, where Tesla and Westinghouse decided they were going to put AC current in every house. So the battle started. Edison was not a very honorable man. He, in fact, electrocuted thousands of animals. He electrocuted an elephant in public to prove that AC current would kill you. So he put a fear in everybody to think that AC current would kill you. You need to go with DC current. Well, we all know what happened with AC current. Tesla came out with AC current with the help of Westinghouse. But Edison wasn't done. He went and found a gentleman named Rockefeller. And between Rockefeller and Edison, they really put the pressure on these two guys. But Westinghouse had an idea. He thought to himself, if Tesla could develop DC current and AC current, I'm going to put my money in this guy. And what he did is he offered him $1 million. Now in 1888, $1 million, I can't imagine how much that would be today, but he offered him $1 million, and Tesla turned it down publicly and said, I'll take the $1 million, but I want $1 for every horsepower that I generate. And Westinghouse went for it. So now let me back up a couple years. 2 years ago, I'm in Awatuki with my wife at a Starbucks. And there was a Tesla. But this was a two-door car. And I looked at that car and I said to my wife, now that's a nice looking car. Let's see if we can find the owner. We walked into Starbucks. It wasn't hard to find the guy because he had on a Tesla hat. So I walked up to him and I said, is that your car out there? And he says, yes. Well, he worked for Tesla. And him and I sat there and shared some ideas about Tesla. And he informed me at that time that Tesla, a gentleman that owned a small company named PayPal, his name was Elon Musk. Elon Musk owned PayPal. And he sold it to eBay for billions of dollars. So Elon started a company called Tesla in Fremont, California. And he turns around and goes public and buys a building, the old building from Toyota. And Toyota spent $1 billion on this facility, and Elon bought it for $40 million. So they go public, and Toyota buys $50 million worth of stock because they knew that Tesla knew that Elon had some new technology in batteries. So they invest all this money, and they came out with a car last year called the Model S. It's a 4-door car. It goes 300 miles on a single charge. And over in Scottsdale at the mall, Fashion Square Mall, had the car. So I went there, looked at the car, and fell in love with it. In fact, I bought a hat, I bought a shirt, and I bought a jacket. I spent $200 that day. Normally, you buy the car, then you buy the paraphernalia, right? Not me. I knew that I was going to own that car at some time. So, 2 weeks later, first I found out it took 9 months to get that car. That was the backlog on the Tesla, was 9 months. So I went back to my office and I contemplated how I was going to come about getting this car. And a few weeks go by, I get a phone call. And Stephanie, my receptionist, says, Tesla's on line 1. I said, Tesla? And they said, yeah, John's on line 1. I picked up the phone. Good morning, John, how can I help you? He says, I want to expedite some circuit boards. Well, I'm an importer. I import circuit boards. And I said something like this. It must have been real stupid to him. You mean we're making circuit boards for the Tesla? He goes, yeah, you're making circuit boards for the fog lamps. And I went, okay. And he said, I need them in 10 days. I said, we'll do whatever we have to do. We're going to get you those boards. And I went to work, and I got a hold of some people in Asia, and we got on the boards in 10 days. Well, that was the trigger for me. I went online, and I ordered the car. And thinking it was going to be 9 months. Well, I'm going to lease on another car. So I decided, okay, April, May time frame should be perfect. That's about the time that I'll be able to sell my car and get the Tesla. It was April or May of this year. December rolls around, I get an email. Your car is ready. I mean, I am in shock now. What do? I've got this other car that I'm going to lease. How do I get out of the lease? So I call up the leasing company and said, you can buy the car outright. So sure enough, I put an ad in Craigslist and sold the car in 2 hours. The guy paid me cash, and I said to him, here's what I'll do. I don't have a title yet, but I'll send you a title as soon as I get it. He says, okay, would you put it in writing? I said, absolutely. So I put it in writing to him, and I said, in 7 days you'll have your title. Well, 7 days came around, no title. He wanted his money back. So I gave him back his money. Didn't even have to think about it. Gave him back his money, turned around, got the title, and resold the car for $1,000 more. So I call up Tesla after I get the car, and I said, has anybody taken this car to Flagstaff? And they said, no, nobody's ever attempted that. There's only 60 in the whole state. And I said, okay, I'm going to try it. So I woke up Saturday morning, took my car, had a full charge on it, and headed to Flagstaff. I knew there was a charge station in Anthem. So I went to Anthem thinking I would need some charge there, but I didn't need it. I kept on going. The whole way there, Tesla was on the phone with me, monitoring the car, seeing where I was at mile marker-wise. Well, needless to say, I made it to Flagstaff. And Tesla now told me that I'm the first person to ever take an all-electric car from Phoenix to Flagstaff. And in fact, this coming Wednesday, the ex-president of the Phoenix Suns contacted me, and he's coming out to drive my car because he wants to buy a Tesla to take it to Flagstaff.